Are you ready to start investing in commercial real estate, but you feel like it's just too big, it's too complicated, requires too much money? Only the hedge funds and the Wall Street pros can do it. Maybe you've heard of the acronyms cap rate, NOI, cash on cash, and you're still confused. You've seen really cool big buildings and other people crush it with commercial real estate, but you're really wondering, where do I even begin? How do I get started? Well, I can tell you I've been there, and in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to start investing in commercial real estate, even if you've never done a deal before. No, you don't need millions of dollars. You don't need to be a numbers wizard or be a master in Excel. What you need is the right roadmap, and that's what this video and this playlist are going to give you. Whether you are coming from being a single-family residential real estate investor, you want to diversify your income, maybe you're a high W-2 income earner and you know that there's tax advantages to commercial real estate, or maybe you're just starting from scratch and you just wanted to go straight to the best vehicle of building wealth in real estate, which is commercial. This is your starting line. I'm gonna walk you step by step through how to understand this game, find your strategy, and take real action towards your first commercial real estate deal. Let's dive in. So why commercial real estate and why now? One of my favorite quotes comes from Steven Schwartzman, who's the founder of Blackstone, which is one of the largest hedge funds in the world. And that quote is, if you're going to commit yourself to something, it's as easy to do something big as it is to do something small. And coming from single family real estate where I was having to do a ton of deals every single year, I realized as I was burnt out and stressed and ultimately not moving the needle forward in my financial goals the way I'd hoped to, that there's got to be a smarter way. And that's what led me over to commercial real estate. And I quickly learned that the skills, the relationships, the time and energy that I'm putting into my real estate business in commercial real estate has a way higher ROI. By doing just one bigger deal, that could equate to the same profits and cash flow as 20 or 30 single family deals in just 1 year. And so thinking about doing this smarter, more effectively, more efficiently, and getting the highest ROI on all of my variables, this was the arena that allowed me to do so. And as I got deeper into the space, I started to realize that in single family, by only being able to sign generally 1-year leases and not knowing whether a tenant was going to move out or trash through a property, right, and it was going to suck out all of my profits for the year, in commercial real estate, you can deal with much fewer tenants, sign much longer term leases, and really lock in that predictable recurring cash flow while minimizing the management and the responsibilities that you as a landlord, the investor, have. At the same time, there's also much fewer investors and competition in this space as opposed to single family. With how saturated single family has gotten, and of course, right, it being a lower barrier of entry, there's just naturally going to be more people playing in that space. And what they don't realize is that commercial real estate has so much more upside and is as simple as single family. You just got to pull up a seat to the table and step into the learning curve just like you did on single family. But most importantly, of all of the investors, mentors, friends, business owners that I know, almost all of the wealthiest ones have and own commercial real estate. So let's talk about what's stopping most new investors. Well, I know when I was wanting to get into commercial real estate, these were many of the limiting beliefs and mental objections that I had. I don't have enough money, right? I got to have millions of dollars laying around to be able to do a commercial deal. No, you don't. I'm just not that good at analyzing deals. It's got to be so complex. I don't understand Excel spreadsheets and financial modeling like I hear people talking about at the level that I think I do. No, you don't. You don't have to do it at the level that you probably think you do. And you're going to see later in this series how simple it can be. Commercial real estate is only for the big boys and the big girls, right? The hedge funds, the family offices, the ultra high net worth individuals. No. Actually, a lot of the people that I buy properties from are like you and I, mom and pop investors that took the leap of faith and just got into the game and found a way to build wealth through this vehicle. You don't need to be a Wall Street Ivy Leaguer to get into commercial real estate. And there's so many ways that you can mitigate your risk and make sure that you don't mess things up. There are lots of things that we're going to talk about in this playlist that will empower you and give you the confidence you need to realize it's not as scary and it's not as difficult as you might think it is. So here's the path that we're going to walk together. We're going to go over all the different asset classes. We'll talk about the main ones. We'll talk about some of the subcategories that are out there so you can understand kind of the vehicles, right? And then we're going to talk about how to understand what you can do to structure these deals in a way that allows you to get the financing and all of the equity or the down payment money, right? All of the necessary money in what we call the capital stack to get this deal across the finish line without you having to be the one who takes all the risks, foots all of the money, right? And still is able to do this confidently and create a win-win for everybody. We're going to talk about how to underwrite and analyze these deals in a very simple way that gives you the confidence to know, hey, what is a good deal? And does this meet my goals and my criteria? Or is this something I should steer clear of and stay away from? We're going to talk about the different strategies that you can use to have major upside in certain deals or just to buy safe, stable income streams and how those might apply to how you approach commercial real estate investing. And we're going to talk about how you can build a personalized plan, the stepping stones that get you to where you want to go. So that way you have a clear path. And I know for me, it's never a lack of action. It's more so a lack of clarity and confidence. But once I'm clear on what I need to do and I'm confident in that plan, I'm ready to get to work. And that's what we're going to show you in this series. Now, how to get the most out of it is, of course, just watching the videos in order, watch them from start to finish and ask questions. Drop comments down below and I will be responding. The team will be responding and we're going to make sure that we answer any questions that you might have to help you continue to move the needle forward on this journey. We've got tons of tools and downloads that you can see in the show description below. So be sure to check those out. Check out the website. We constantly have new things coming on that are free and downloadable. We've got paid stuff as well. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that way you don't miss any of the content and the lessons that we are putting out. Now, is this the right place for you? Well, if you're somebody that wants to grow your wealth, if you want to take advantage of the tax advantages that commercial real estate offer, right? And you really see this as a long-term play. You've probably heard me talk about the crock pot versus the microwave. The crock pot always puts out a better dish, even though many of us want that quick microwave result. Well, commercial real estate is all about crock pot, getting the right ingredients in the recipe in there and letting it have its time to cook. So that way it puts out the amazing result that you're hoping for. And that's what commercial real estate can do. If you're somebody that is tired of doing small deals, right, the chaotic residential stress that comes with real estate investing and you want to scale, get more bang for your buck, more ROI in your time and energy, then this is the right space to begin and start doing that. If you want to make sure that you are getting the right mentorship, that with somebody who's got experience, a portfolio, a track record, is actively doing the things that you are looking to do and follow in those footsteps, whether it's through myself or many of my interviewees and guest speakers and mentors and friends that I will be bringing onto the channel and that you'll see here, knowing that you're getting real-time vetted and proven advice that works, then this is the right space for you. Now, let's talk about step number one. Know what kind of investor you are. This is just kind of the very beginning stages, almost kind of like ground zero. And knowing what kind of investor you are is important because this is going to help us identify what type of asset class, what kind of strategy, what market you may want to consider investing in and how this will tie into your plan going forward. So are you somebody that wants to be, hey, I got no time, I got plenty of money, I just want to be a total passive investor but still tap into a lot of the benefits? Okay, cool. There's a plan and a path for that. Or maybe you're like, hey, I am already an active business owner and real estate investor, and I want to be full-time. I am full-time, hands-on, eat, sleep, and breathe real estate, and this is just going to be another bolt-on to what I'm already doing. Great. There's a strategy for that. Maybe you want to get into value add or development. There's strategies and plans for that. So we'll be going over that, and this will be helpful to understand because, again, this will determine, based on your North Star and what we're working towards, what paths you continue down on and which ones you avoid going down, because there's a lot of rabbit holes in real estate investing, as I'm sure you already are aware of and know. There's lots of different paths to achieving the goal that you want. So we want to make sure that you are traveling the path that is most aligned and congruent with the results that you're looking to get. And one of the ways that you can do that to understand a little bit more about you and what strategy, what investor profile most fits what you're looking to accomplish, check out the free quiz that we created that will tell you some of the different profiles, and we'll be going into that in more depth in future videos. What you're going to learn next is going to be the 6 levels of a successful commercial real estate investor, which asset classes are best for beginners, and just understanding all the different asset classes that are out there. Of course, how to analyze a deal. And this is something where you don't need to be an expert or an Excel pro, right? Or you don't need to have a finance degree. And you're going to see that there are some simple frameworks you can follow to understand the difference between a good deal and a bad deal. And of course, how do you put these deals together? I got a great deal. How do I actually get it across the finish line? How do you fund these? How do you structure these? Even if you don't have a ton of money in the beginning, we'll be talking about a lot of different strategies with many other videos to accompany in this playlist. So, how can you start your journey? I would suggest taking the quiz to begin. That'll be the best way to help you understand, based on your time, your energy, your capital, where you're at now and where you're trying to go, which profile, which strategy, which vehicle might align best with those goals. Of course, don't forget to watch the next few videos in the series. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and take notes, leave comments, and we will make sure to support you in this commercial real estate investing journey however we can. So excited to have you here and appreciate you tuning in. We will look forward to connecting with you as you move forward down this amazing path of commercial real estate wealth building. Until next video, keep investing in yourself and your wealth on your march to $1 million and beyond. Cheers.